Please welcome Christian Wiefers, Team Leader Public Relations Central Europe, Open Platform Business Group.
Hello everyone, welcome here to Cologne, Germany. It's our very first ROG press event since 2019, a long time ago, right? So, my name is Chris from ROG Germany and I'm honored to be your host today. Gamescom is back and we are back with our first physical event here in Germany since 2019. We have exciting news to share from ROG with you, the ROG community. I'm very happy you have all joined us here tonight. No matter if you watch the live stream all around the globe or you are here in Cologne with us. Some, maybe all of you, some, if not all of you, may have heard that AMD, our long-term partner, is preparing something very huge. You want to see what AMD has to share with you? Okay, then welcome on stage AMD.
Thank you. Please welcome Martijn Boonstra, Channel Desktop CPU Product and Business Development Manager, AMD Client Business Unit.
All right. First of all, thank you very much, Chris, for the introduction, and thank you all for joining us today. It's super exciting to see very familiar faces in the room as well. Finally, a Gamescom in person again. Great stuff to talk about, whether you're a gamer, hardware enthusiast, and so much more. So, as Chris mentioned, we are working on something huge, and that something is obviously our Ryzen portfolio. So, within the Ryzen portfolio, you may have seen several announcements already from our team, from our CEO at Computex. Very, very exciting times, not only from when we saw AM4 really develop into this multi-generation stronghold of a socket where gamers and enthusiasts can really enjoy next-level gaming, next-level performance, and some unique designs, whether it's Zen 2 or Zen 3. We are now moving, obviously, forward with the introduction of our new Zen 4 architecture, and obviously continuing to drive our ever goal of generating more performance for the gamers, more connectivity options, and so on. So at the heart of this, you will find Ryzen 7000 series with the Zen 4 architecture, as I mentioned. Our goal is to deliver next-level performance. A couple of changes that we've made so far on Zen 4 against Zen 3, which is already a leading architecture in the industry, is that we now have doubled the L2 cache, so for more throughput on the CPU per core. We've also increased the core frequency well over 5 gigahertz. So all of that combined with the Zen 4 architecture, with the optimized process nodes from our partner TSMC at 5 nanometer, you will see a performance uplift of over 15% this generation, which will be fantastic for gamers, for hardware enthusiasts, and everybody really into the mainstream desktop platform. So if you look at under the lid, basically what Zen 4 is, we continue with that leading packaging design, chiplet cores, chiplet architectures, 5 nanometer optimized process as we mentioned, and obviously moving to a new I/O design as well. First time ever 6 nanometer, first time ever to introduce RDNA to GPU cores as well into the Ryzen 7000 series CPUs, and just a lot of connectivity options through moving to DDR5, moving to PCIe Gen 5, whether it's graphics or fast storage. Anything that the future holds basically for the platform, we are ready with the AM5 platform and the chipsets that will come with it. So very, very exciting to be talking about Zen 4 obviously today, and with the new products called Ryzen 7000 series. So I already touched on a little bit what we have today. Moving from a BJ to a LGA socket allows us to create more performance, to deliver more performance for those enthusiasts, but also to really make sure that we support next generation DDR5, PCIe Gen 5, and everything that is needed to make this socket future-proof again. So about connectivity, 24 PCIe Gen 5 lanes, both on graphics and on storage, supported on the all-new AM5 platform, up to 14 ports of 20 gigabit USB 3.2 Gen 2 by 2. Wi-Fi 6E, blazing fast internet for when you're gaming on the go, for example, and you don't have a wired connection available, and up to 4 HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort 2 ports as well. Talking about storage, talking about the next-gen platform, when graphics cards will arrive, obviously with PCIe Gen 5, we're looking very much forward to that. But at the same time, we're looking very much forward to next-gen NVMe storage devices. We've partnered with Phison, together with other partners as well, making sure that we are ready for the next-gen PCIe Gen 5 storage, being able to deliver up to 60% faster sequential read speeds coming from the platform, which basically means faster loading of games and applications. So any gamer out there looking for a fast loading of their games will be looking forward to the AM5 platform for sure. With that platform, as I mentioned, we will also introduce new chipsets to the market. The big enthusiast chipset will be the X670E Extreme, unparalleled capabilities, extreme overclocking options, full PCIe Gen 5 support, both on graphics and NVMe, as I mentioned. M.2 slots, plenty of those supported with PCIe Gen 5 as well. And then for the bulk of the gamers looking to build systems but are into the enthusiast segments, want a platform that's future-proof, we will also introduce X670 boards, and our friends at ASUS will have a few of them on display here today. So I advise you to all in the room to be checking those out in person. They're looking absolutely fantastic. So 2 examples of those boards are on the screen here today, the ASUS ROG Crosshair X670E Extreme and the ASUS ROG Crosshair X670E Hero. So 2 magnificent boards, whether it's gaming, whether it's extreme overclocking you're looking for, ASUS will always have you covered, and we're very excited to be launching AM5 with them together. So I would like to show you a lot more. Unfortunately, I can't yet, I'll be honest. But we do have a save the date out there for August 29th with more information to learn everything else about Ryzen 7000 series. Nothing more basically to consider when you're looking for the best of the best gaming platform. So Ryzen 7000 series, look out for that announcement on the August 29th. And again, very excited to be here, and thanks to you all for joining here, and thanks to the folks online joining in as well. I wish you a great time at Gamescom. So thank you.
Thank you, Martin. ROG is committed to offer the best performance in the most accessible way since we launched our very first ROG motherboard. We expanded our gaming environment to a strong ecosystem from aesthetics or to technologies. That enables our users to access brand new technologies immediately instead of waiting for different endpoints come together. So today, our event theme is Have It All, and you will get it all, I promise. We will bring you our fleshing out ecosystem from the latest AMD platform motherboards and components. They go perfectly with our latest Wi-Fi 6E, gaming routers, and gaming monitors to complete your dream gaming environment. Let's start with the X670E motherboards. We will show you our complete X670E gaming mainboard lineup very soon, today. Before Gamescom, many of you saw probably the boards Martin already mentioned, X670E series motherboards from ROG, the Crosshair Extreme and the popular Hero, and also the Strix E and the Tough Gaming. And maybe you have also noticed Prime Pro and Pro Art motherboards in our video we just played. Before we unveil more models, I would like to introduce you 2 series-spanning features. And for the first, I would like to welcome our long-term friend, tech expert, overclocking expert, and tech YouTuber, Roman der Bauer Hartung. Hi, Roman.
Hey, thanks for having me, and hey, everybody. Very happy to see a lot of very familiar faces that I missed over the last 2 or 3 years, so very happy that you're all here. And very happy to be part of this. And there are some very exciting, especially 2 very exciting features we definitely have to talk about, and that's why we are talking about them a bit more in detail. So if you played around with X570 and specifically with the Crosshair 8 Dark Hero, you might be familiar with the dynamic OC switcher. when you want to overclock or get a bit more performance out of an AMD Ryzen CPU, specifically talking about Ryzen 5000, because I cannot spoil 7000, but if you want to get a bit more performance out of the 5000 series CPUs, you had basically two very easy options. First would be the AMD PBO, which is tuning the AMD factors by default, so you can get a bit more boost here and there. But if you want to do serious multi-threading overclocking, most people just did plain multi-core optimization, which means you are adjusting your core clock of the CPU. But if you do this, your CPU will enter the OC mode, and then you will lose boost. You don't have the boost clock anymore. And that's why ASUS introduced the dynamic OC switcher, which allowed to keep both. You were having a very high single-core boost, and at the same time, you could do multi-core overclocking. And the same thing will come to the X670 boards and to the entire lineup, which is great. Yeah. Because previously, it was a very exclusive feature only to the Dark Hero. For me, it was fine because I had a board, but just looking at price performance, it's great that we have it on the entire lineup now. And that's what you can get. That's the result we had on the 5950X. As I said before, I cannot spoil the Ryzen 7000 performance, but it will just work exactly the same. So you have a threshold. If the CPU passes this threshold set in current, for example, then you will get higher multi-core clock or very high single-core performance. So that will be the same for Ryzen 7000. And there is one more feature. It's the Ryzen Core Flex. And that is something more for the enthusiasts. If you think that the dynamic OC switcher is cool, I can tell you this is even cooler because it gives you free algorithms you can program yourself. Basically, you have some input values you can set. You can set different levels, different thresholds. Just want to give you one example. So you define two levels. In the state 1, your CPU stays below 70 degrees Celsius, for example, and you allow your CPU the full power draw. And then you have an AIO, maybe a 240 AIO, and at a certain point, it reaches saturation of the cooling. And once it exceeds a certain temperature, then you can tell the CPU, hey, maybe consume a little bit less power. And you can do this for different stages. You can set the temperature, you can set different frequencies, different voltage, current, you can even set B-clock. So there are a lot of things you can do to tune your AMD Ryzen CPU to the max. And I can tell you, that's going to be really exciting and a huge step forward also in performance. So I'm very looking forward to see this in action.
Okay, thank you very much, Roman. We will see you back again tomorrow for the ROG FanFest. And you can tune in at 4 p.m. CEST tomorrow, and we will see Roman again. Thank you very much, and see you again tomorrow. As Roman mentioned, one of the most comments from the tech community about the dynamic OC switcher was bring this feature to more models than just one. So we heard the community, and all series of ASUS and ROG motherboards will feature dynamic OC switcher for AM5 series. Coming to the cooling part. The cooler market is packed with diverse solutions to fit every type of user's need. And ASUS motherboards provide fan control options for expert all the way to new recruits. We are always looking for making tuning process simpler and more intuitive. This is why ASUS introduced AI cooling back in 2020. AI cooling is activated with just one single click, and then continually monitors the CPU temperature. When the temperature stays at the same temperature for 2 to 3 minutes, it will reduce the fan speed without increasing the CPU temperature by up to 5 Celsius, right? This is great, but we want to reduce the time for the delay for the next generation. So we worked out the new AI Cooling 2, which runs the system stress and provides an optimized fan curve that is used all times without any delays, right? So you save a lot of time. You don't need to, or the automatic feature doesn't need to be redo all the tuning again. But AI Cooling 2 is just one part of our overall ecosystem to optimize system performance and efficiency. We will introduce more features very soon, so stay tuned for more. ROG AI Coolers perfectly complements the system with the ROG motherboard. We offer AIO Coolers from 120 up to 360 mm size, with compatibility to all current CPU sockets. 28 models from our lineup are already compatible with AM5, and more will be soon. Long lifespan and compatibility are essentially for our ecosystem, allowing users to have a wider range of choice to fit their new PC builds. So we are pleased to introduce you something new, the AIO in the AIO lineup from us, the brand new ROG Rio 3 series. There are two SKUs, including the ROG Rio Gen 240 and 360 RAGB, to satisfy the needs of different users. Any metrics display you may know from our products like motherboards, keyboards, headsets, notebooks. Indeed, now it's time for Rio 3 to join the Metrics ecosystem. The latest generation of RC-Tech liquid cooling solution continues the trend to providing the ultimate plug-and-play performance for users. Let's take a look at the upgrades RC-Tech has made for their latest generation. First, the new squared cold plate has a 32% increased cooling area, which completely covers AM5 CPUs. Second, the three-phase motor pump provides higher airflow rates and lower impedance. Third, the diameter of the tubing has been upgraded from 5 to 7 millimeters compared to the previous generation, and the radiator can hold up 42% more capacity. In our testing, these upgrades deliver 2 Celsius lower temperatures for every 100 watts heat load. So the new pump enables cooler and quieter operations. Some boards you may have seen already, so I'm not going more into the detail. We have the Extreme, the Hero, which are full-size motherboards, which offer the best expandability and cutting-edge spec. But you may have asked, where are micro ATX, mini ITX motherboards? Okay, waiting time is over now. So here's our all-new ROG Crosshair X670E Gene. This is the very first micro ATX motherboard in the ROG Crosshair series for AMD platform. Delivers robust power solution with 16+2 power stages, 120 amps each. That allows you to overclock basically every Ryzen CPU that will come up. With PCIe Gen 5 slots for graphic card and storage, it has plenty of bandwidth for upcoming devices. One of my personal highlights is the ROG Gen Z.2 card. You made it from the previous generations under the slightly different name. You just have an extra add-on card. You can put it out, install the SSD on it, attach the cooler, and just slide it right in the slot like a memory module. So especially if you are a very packed system in small form factor PCs, it's very convenient to upgrade CPUs and install them. But not installing is easier with this card. Also, the M.2 cooler will be put directly in the airflow of your chassis fan, right? So it offers you more cooling performance. Okay, now one very good. Do you all agree that USB names are quite difficult to say? Okay, using USB 2.3 Gen 2, 2x2, Type-C with quick charge for plus allows you to charge your smart device with up to 60 watts. And it will support current chassis on the market and also our upcoming chassis. We won't read it today, but very soon. Going even smaller in terms of size, we don't forget our ITX fans, right? So here's our smallest ROG motherboard, the ROG Strix X670E-I gaming Wi-Fi. AMD's new double chipset design for the X670 series requires a rethinking of motherboard design. And even with it's more challenging when it comes to mini ITX form factor due to the smaller footprint, right? To overcome this limitation, we have developed a brand new chipset card, which not only overcomes the spacing restriction, but also allows you to directly run short traces to the second M.2 slot for top performance. We also introduced a reflective nameplate to give the board a flashy look from all angles. With the Strix I, we have redesigned our power layout to incorporate a large backplate and a big heatsink with active cooling at the front, which combines to keep VRM temperatures under control. This design also allows us to incorporate a pre-mounted I/O shield, resulting in a more premium build. The ROG front panel SATA card on Z690i was very received by reviewers and users all around the world. So for the second generation, we have also included more DIY features to give users more options. It offers more mode switch for legacy expansion cards, CPU overvoltage header, and an additional USB 2 header for AIOs. Just to mention some of the features. Connectivity and access to switches and headers can be tricky in small form factor PCs, right? ROG Hive is our answer to transferring many fan-favorite gaming features such as flex key, USB flashback, and QLED to an external device for better accessibility. It also extends audio connectivity with headphone and mic jacks, as well as an optical SPDIF out, and even gives you a volume control knob with a mute button. In case you want to further extend your connectivity, we also offer USB 3.2 and 2.0 ports with USB BIOS flashback. A box with all important keys and connectors right in your hand. Have it all at your fingertips. Having a so small yet so powerful motherboard, you need the matching power supply, right? This brings us directly to our upcoming small form factor power supply series from ROG. ROG Loki SFXL Platinum. This design has many elements shared with his big brother, the ROG Thor. So the Aura sync fans and logos integrate Loki seamlessly into your lighting concept. The lineup will also include models from 850 watts all up to 1,200 watts, which is the world's first and just an incredible amount of power in such small footprint. The Loki 850 watt will be the first model to be released and available very soon. Today, we can also confirm that the 850 watt series version is PCI Express 5 ready and fully compliant with ATX 3.0. And it has Cybernetics 8 certification, which guarantees you the silent operation under every load situation. We are really looking forward to the ultra-powerful rigs users will build with these low-key PSUs and ROG motherboards. Cooling and power supply is crucial for PC builders, right? So, but on the other hand, networking is a very important part of the overall experience as well. Lags, disconnects, whatever you can name it, will always harm your gameplay, right? ROG motherboards come with up to 10 gigabits Ethernet and Wi-Fi 6E on board. Our ecosystem will bring you all the latest networking tech, no matter if you are wired, wireless, or a mix of both, right? To present you the latest product update in our full-range Wi-Fi lineup, I would like to welcome Sabrina from our networking business unit to the stage.
Please welcome Sabrina Huang, Product Manager of Networking Business Unit.
Guten Tag, wie geht es Ihnen? My name is Sabrina. I am the product manager for ROG Gaming Router. When we talk about routers, what comes to your mind? Let me guess, the iconic spider design? Or maybe it's just a box that was left in an unknown cabin. In any case, Wi-Fi has become almost essential to life as we know it. And the ROG gaming routers are great for gamers and for everyone else in the family who wants a reliable and strong connection. Today, I'm happy to announce the first tri-band ROG Mesh Wi-Fi system. The ROG Rapture GT6 is the latest addition to the Rapture series and is the perfect all-around Wi-Fi solution. The GT6 offers up to 10,000 megabit per second Wi-Fi speed, a 2.5 gigabit port, and LAN aggregation. Whether you're connecting with your PS5 or wirelessly with your smart TV, GT6 takes your gaming and entertainment capability of your whole home network to the next level. The ROG Rapture GT6 comes in two colors, black and the Moonlight White edition. The black version, matte finish and sleek design, offers a futuristic aesthetic. On the other hand, if the gamers prefer some minimalist look, the Moonlight White edition prefer a pristine and clean aesthetic. Each model features an interesting hexagonal chassis with vents that employ a classic slash pattern. The ROG logo on the faceplate is made up of RGB LEDs that are customizable with Aura software. And on the top and bottom, there are fence openings that are aligned with internal heat sinks to aid thermal dissipation. And let's talk about antennas. In a router that's small in size, most competitor devices have a maximum of 8 antennas. But GT6 has 9 internal antennas. The GT6 each positioned to maximize the coverage. And to deliver the best backhaul performance, the GT6 also with the additional antenna is also called Smart, and is to dynamically adjust the signal based on direction. And each GT6 unit features a 1.7 GHz tri-core CPU and the latest Broadcom Wi-Fi chipset, ensuring there's plenty of processing power. And when deployed as a mesh network, the GT6 can leverage exclusive ASUS Range Boost Plus technology to provide up to 5,800 square feet of high-performance Wi-Fi coverage. The GT6 will be available as both a 2-pack solution for users that want Wi-Fi 6 around the house, or a 1-pack solution for users that have an AI Mesh compatible router that want to upgrade their network. Gamers can look forward for this model around Q4. Now, for serious gamers, I'd like to pivot and talk about another amazing solution for you. This router has a 6 GHz band that's dedicated solely to gaming, so you can connect without any interference from other devices. The ROG Rapture GT-AXE 16000 is the world's first quad-band Wi-Fi 6E gaming router, and it's the pinnacle of home networking. Offering speeds of up to 16,000 megabit per second, a 2.0 gigahertz quad-core CPU, and quad-band configuration that's enabled to ensure more flexible ASUS AI Mesh option from the home. Alongside, we've included dual 10 gigabit WAN LAN ports, a 2.5 gigabit WAN port, and 4 1 gigabit LAN ports that provide ultimate wired versatility. And even the aesthetic also has been upgraded with an infinity mirror on its top, which creates a cool visual effect that you can customize with ASUS Aura software. With all of this, the ROG Rapture GT-AXE 16000 is the most potent gaming router in the world. and it's already available in Europe. So, I hope you enjoyed the last 5 minutes with us. If you're looking for stable Wi-Fi for a smart home full of devices, the GT6 is ideal. And if you want to deploy a latest 6 GHz standard, GTX 16000 delivers a cutting-edge performance. Each of these feature-packed routers includes exclusive ROG software with free network security, parental control, and gaming features. Pair them with the latest ASUS X670E motherboard, laptop, and ROG Phone 6. You will enjoy a complete Wi-Fi 6 ecosystem. Gamer, choose your path. Good luck and have fun. Vielen Dank und auf Wiedersehen.
Thank you very much, Sabrina. As we have now covered the hardware, which does all the background computing, we are now at the point to talk about the devices that actually let you see what's done in the background, right? LCD monitors are the interconnect between you and your PC. Picture quality, response time, size are just some of the key specs when choosing the right monitor for you. Before we welcome Paul from our monitor business unit to the stage, let's check out the new products and technologies first.
Please welcome Paul Kuo, Product Manager of Display Business Unit.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I am Paul, and I'm so great to see you face to face. I believe that after this event, you will truly see how you can have it all with amazing new monitors ROG is offering. Early this year at CES 2022, ROG announced our first OLED series gaming monitors, and these monitors will be arriving in stores soon. So today, I will share more details about exciting new features they will bring to the market. Before digging into some of the unique user-friendly features of ROG OLED gaming monitors, let's look at its specs. Our OLED gaming monitors come in two sizes, 42-inch PG42UQ and 48-inch PG48UQ. Both feature 4K OLED panel with anti-glare micro-texture coating and can be overclocked to 138 Hz. And taking full advantage of OLED technology, they can provide amazing true-to-life colors, extreme blacks, and factory pre-calibration for great color accuracy. And their amazing contrast ratios delivers astonishing HDR performance. Along with exceptional performance, our OLED monitors offer very special ROG features for PC gamers. Many of you already know that OLED panels are sensitive to heat. For better longevity and performance, we have added heat sinks to our critical component on PCB, which can help to keep display cool at all times. And on this slide, we check the operating temperature of ROG OLED gaming monitors with heat sinks versus other OLED display without heat sinks. then we got some result. Our ROG OLED gaming monitors operate around 5 degrees Celsius lower than other OLED displays. And with OLED panels, there's also something known as auto brightness limiter, aka ABL. Many gamers and desktop users are not fans of this limit. While bright content increases, the illumination level will gradually decrease. But ROG offered a solution to this issue. We have added an optional uniform brightness setting that accessible via the OSD menu. When you turn this function on, even if the window size is changed, the luminance will maintain at a consistent level. For all you cross-platform gamers out there who want to enjoy AAA games with amazing scenes, for all you FPS gamers, and I'm happy to report that ROG OLED gaming monitors are perfect for you. You can easily adjust aspect ratio to cast a 24-inch, 27-inch, and 34-inch image to the game journal, and you can vertical shift the image to your ideal viewing positions. ROG OLED gaming monitors include impressive range of connectivity options, including DisplayPort 1.4 with DSC support, HDMI 2.1, 3.5mm audio output with SpeedDiff, a USB hub, and we also include a tripod socket on the top of monitor. And to make things easy for users, a UI navigation joystick is located under the monitors. Of course, remote control is also included. And let's talk about the audio. We have leveled up the audio features. Each OLED gaming monitors features Harman Kardon certified speakers, including 2 10-watt front speakers and 1 15-watt woofer at the rear. All of this means that incredible sound effects are just another part of incredible package. Besides our ROG OLED gaming monitors, we are also releasing 27-inch and 32-inch fast IPS gaming monitor for users that prefer a more compact option for the desktop. The 27-inch ROG with PG27UQR and 32-inch Strix X332UQ. Both feature 4K 160Hz refresh rate. They are unlocked to 1 millisecond grade response time and support variable refresh rate technology. And for color performance, they can cover over 95% of DCI-P3 color gamma, and they are VESA display HDR 600 compliance. And to ensure that you can enjoy latest console games, each monitor has HDR 2.1 that supports full 48 Gbps bandwidth and native 4K 120Hz visual. And last but not least, I would also like to know that ROG offers a QHD gaming monitors, 32-inch ROG Strix X332AQ. And these are our latest gaming monitors today. Give users options for every type of AM5 build. Over to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Paul. Yeah. All of this great new hardware really allows us to have it all. Our X670E motherboard lineup, power supply, AIO Coolers, Wi-Fi products, and gaming monitors. And we had you with us tonight. Thanks for being part of our journey to bring you the products which fits your needs and incorporate perfectly with your ecosystem. Our press conference will end here, but we have more for you. Join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. CEST for our ROG fan event. And don't forget to follow our social media channels for more product news. AMD is just arrived, and we will show you more models and features very, very soon. Thanks again for joining us tonight, and have a good night. Thank you.
Now don't forget who you are. Don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars. You'll be dancing, dancing on the moon.
Just like the street lights lit this